I want you to look at something. This is 1 lakh sitting in your savings account, safe, untouched, quietly growing a little every year. And in 10 years, it's still 1 lakh. Same number right there on the screen. But here's what nobody tells you, that 1 lakh won't buy what 1 lakh buys today. Not even close. In 2014, 500 filled a grocery bag. In 2024, that same 500 barely gets you halfway. The money didn't change. The world did. And that gap, that silent erosion happening every single day, has a name. It is called inflation. And it's been stealing from you whether you noticed or not. But here's where it gets really interesting. Most people's response to inflation is to play safe. Put the money in savings account, maybe an FD. Don't take risks. And today I want to show how and why that instinct, that very human, very reasonable instinct, might actually be making things worse. Let's define this properly because inflation isn't just a news headline. Inflation is simply the rate at which price rises over time. In India, it has averaged around 4 to 6% a year over the last decade. Let's take 6. Sounds harmless, right? Let me show you what 6% actually does to your money. You have 1 lakh today. You don't spend it, you don't invest it, you just keep it safe. In 10 years, that same 1 lakh will only buy you what 56,000 buys today. You lost 43,000 without spending a single rupee. Think about it in your everyday life. The petrol you fill, the school fees you pay, the rent you owe, the vegetables you buy, all of it gets more expensive every year. And if your money isn't growing, at least as fast as inflation, you're falling behind. Even when you're standing completely still. Here's the thing that makes inflation so dangerous. Your bank account still shows 1 lakh. There is no notification, no alert, no number going red. The theft happens in the world around you, not inside your account. So most people never even feel it's happening. Imagine running on a treadmill, set to speed 6. You're working hard, you're sweating, you feel like you're doing something, but you're going nowhere. That's your money in savings account against 6% inflation. Effort without progress. So, what most people do when they hear about inflation? They think, okay, I'll be smart. I'll put my money in savings account, maybe an FD. I'll play it safe and not take any risks. Let's do the math on that. Your savings account gives you around 3.5% interest per year. Inflation is running at 6%. That means your real return, what you're actually gaining in purchasing power, is minus 2.5 every year. You're mathematically guaranteed to lose the ground. And you choose it because it felt safe. Fixed deposits are a little better, around 6 to 6.5%. So you're roughly breaking even with inflation. Not losing as badly, but not really winning either. You're just running fast enough to stay in the place. Here's the reframe I want you to sit with. Most people think there are two options: invest and take risks, or save and stay safe. But that's not actually the choice. The real choice is, which risk do you want to take? Because both paths have risk. If you invest, you face market risk. Your money goes up, down, and up and down. If you don't invest, you face inflation risk. Your money quietly shrinks. The difference is that market risk is visible and inflation risk is invisible. And we are far more afraid of things we can see. This connects to something we talked about in video 4, opportunity cost. Every time you choose not to invest, you're not just missing today's growth. You're choosing guaranteed slow loss over managed uncertainty. That's not safety. That's just a different kind of danger wearing a comfortable disguise. Okay, so we have established that Doing nothing isn't actually safe. Now let's talk about what you can actually do without it feeling overwhelming. I want you to imagine a simple dial, like the volume knob on the speaker. Turn it all the way down, zero volume. That's your savings account. Dead, quiet. No risk, but also no real growth. Safe feeling. But as we just saw, slowly losing value. Turn it all the way up. Full blast. That's putting everything into high risk stocks or crypto. Maximum potential, but also maximum noise, maximum chaos. Most people can't sleep at night at full volume. So, what do? You find your volume somewhere in between. And here's the beautiful thing, you don't need to go anywhere near full volume to beat inflation. You just need to turn it up enough. Let me show you what I mean. Think of it in three simple zones. Zone 1, low, FDs, government bonds, returns around 6 to 7%. You're roughly keeping up with inflation. Not losing badly, but not really winning either. Good for money you'll need in soon, in the next 1 or 2 years. Zone 2, medium. Index funds, diversified mutual funds, returns historically around 10 to 12% in India over long term. This is where you start genuinely beating inflation. Your money is actually growing in real value. And the volatility, the up and down, is manageable if you're not watching it every day. Zone 3, high. Direct stocks, sector bets, crypto. Returns can be spectacular, but so can be the drops. This zone requires knowledge, patience, and honesty. The ability to watch your portfolio fall 30% and not panic sell. Now, here's the insight I want you to walk with. Most people think beating inflation requires going to zone 3. It doesn't. Zone 2, a simple index fund SIP, has historically been more than enough to beat inflation and build real wealth over time. You don't need to be a stock picker. You don't need to follow the markets daily. You just need to be consistent and patient. The dial doesn't need to be at full volume. It just needs to be off. Let me pull up everything together into something practical. 3 things you can actually act on this week. 1. Know your benchmark. Inflation in India averages around 4 to 6%. Let's consider 6. That is your minimum target. Any money earning less than 6% is shrinking the real value. Stop measuring your returns against 0. Measure them against 6%. 2. Match your money to your timeline. Money you need in next 6 months, keep it accessible. In FD, liquid fund, savings account, that's fine. That money has a job and its job is to be available. But money you won't touch for 5 years or more, that money needs to work. SIP, index funds, instruments that beat inflation over time. Don't let long-term money sit in short-term vehicles. That mismatch is costing you more than you realize. 3. Find your dial setting. You are not your colleague. You're not your parents. Your risk tolerance depends on your age, your income stability, your goals, your responsibilities. A 25-year-old with no dependents can sit at higher dial than a 45-year-old saving for child's education. Neither is wrong, but both need to know where they are and why. The worst position to be in is not knowing you have a dial at all. Let me leave you with something I want you to carry out of this video. Most people think keeping money safe means keeping it still. But still money in an inflationary world isn't safe. It's just slowly disappearing in a way you can't see. The goal was never to eliminate risk. It was to understand it, to choose it deliberately, to know the difference between risk you can see and risk that operates in the background every single day. You have a dial. Most people never even know it exists, but now you do. And here's the question I want you to ask yourself this week: not which investment to pick, not how much to put in, just this: is my money beating 6%? If your answer is no, you know what to do next. Comment if it hits different. Hit the like button, share it with someone who needs a money reset, subscribe for new video, and see you next time.